All right, we have freaking made it. It is the start of this beautiful day. Well, I say start, it's 11:24 right now, but this is the second meditation of the day, as usual, and we are freaking rocking this. We got, man, what time? What time did lunch on today? 11:47. Okay, yeah. We'll start with 21 minutes today, but as usual, check the description below if you want to personalize your own transcendental meditation mantra, and we can get rocking with the meditation together, or just enjoy I was gonna say the silence, but the extremely low volume, because I can't promise that it'll be completely silent the entire time. But anyways, let's get freaking rocking with this. Alright, we have less than a minute to go till the end of lunch, so I will freaking see y'all probably in the gym, because we're going to a location that's about 5 minutes from here, so we won't have much time for a car talk today. But anyways, let's go get a freaking nasty breast pump today. Alright, let's see how this first set with hundreds go. Alright, let's see how these squeezing sets go. Alright, we're gonna have to bump it down. That last set was a lot freaking heavier than I thought it'd be.
They're all powerful, dude. I don't know how people get plus fights with them, bro. Do you remember that one? That stairs? Yeah, bro. His sister jumped in, bro. That shit.
Oh my god.
I was telling a lot, you just starting on pace, and I was like, you gotta do something about it. I don't know.
Maybe a little lighter and that'll be perfect. Alright. Let's see how this last set feels. Tiny bit lighter weight. Not last set. We got one more after this.
Honestly, are you gonna stay out with your family, or are you gonna stay out?
Yeah, that's good. Alright, so this is the 8th of 8 sets, and this is freaking nasty. Oh man. Probably gonna be going pretty light on this. Just take it real slow. But yeah, let's finish this. Oh. No, come on. Come here. Yeah, that was good. Let's go finish off with some decline flights. Alright, this is going to be a rather quick pump check, but let's see how we're looking. Alright, that's solid for now. I'll see y'all in the car. Oh yeah, so 2 for 2, or I should say 2 days in a row for a post-workout car talk. Pretty freaking cool, gotta be honest. It's kind of just, I don't know, what I'm feeling recently. It's been kind of a wild ride as far as these workouts are going, because I mean, I'm just freaking enjoying it like always, but they just keep getting better and better. I mean, like for instance, like those hundreds on incline bench, they are just getting easier and easier with time. I mean, I am every week we're progressing quite a bit. Like the hundreds for 9 today, I mean, that I was maxing out quite a bit, but you know, just my form I've noticed has improved over time, so I'm really freaking enjoying that. But anyways, the main thing that I guess I'm working on now is just getting freaking huge. That's about it, because that's never been the issue for me. It's never been, oh man, am I gonna be conditioned enough? Am I gonna be able to shred down to a certain body fat percentage? No, it's never been like that. It has always been on the other side of things, where the judges' feedback from these shows are, you should need more size. And granted, these are at an, untested shows, so, it comes with the territory. I'm going into it, naturally, however you want to define that, but no hormone replacement therapy. That is for freaking sure. So, you get what you get. That's just kind of the name of the game. So, I was talking to my lady about it, if I'm going to be pursuing HRT, but, for the time being, I am just enjoying the natural gains and, what we can do with these peptides, so that's been the freaking sauce right there. But speaking of sauce, but anyways, the meditations, freaking solid. I mean, it's interesting because today was the first day out of the entire semester, which is, what are we on now? Almost 2 months in. So I've probably gone to this job, I want to say like 40 to 50 times total. And today was the first day that I was freaking late. Oh, man, I was trying to keep that perfect record going, but I guess it was just, it was in the cards for today. For one, I left later than I usually do, which is no bueno. That is not what I had intended to do. We left at like, I looked at the clock on the car when I was leaving, and it was at 8:01, and I'm usually like at the very latest I'm leaving at like 7:58, 7:59. So like a 2-minute difference from the latest that I can leave. You know, I thought, okay, yeah, that freaking sucks, but I think we can still get there on time. But unbeknownst to me, there was a huge accident on the freeway. And so that added like a good 5 to 10 minutes onto my drive. And so, you know, I was about like a couple minutes late. So yeah, that was not, you know, I guess what I had wanted. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is. So tomorrow we're going to be freaking getting up earlier, making sure that doesn't happen again, because I do not like being late to pretty much freaking anything. And my lady will tell you the story. The first time that we ever met, it was pretty bad. I was 2 hours late to our meetup. So, I mean, I think I have a little bit of PTSD from that because she was not freaking happy. That was for freaking sure. And I think that's a sign that you're with a really good person. You know, I don't want to say the right person, but you know, seems that way for sure. But I've just gotten better with my punctuality over time, and just making time to be on time, or just freaking early to everything. And a lot of that is because of her. You know, honestly, I didn't think that I'd be getting places so consistently on time or early. And so that's kind of a cool thing, you know, like it's one of those things that I just wanted to make her happy in the beginning, and then it kind of bled into how I do everything. And so that's pretty cool. I was always good before that, like before I met her, with, you know, being, you know, a couple minutes late, whatever, it's fine. And I think it's because of the friend group that I kind of like grew up with. They just didn't really care if I was late, so, you know, it was okay to me. But then, you know, once my lady and I met, it was game over. There was no freaking showing up late to stuff. And that wasn't so much like I just wanted to make her happy. It was almost like a self-respect thing too, because, you know, I'm running a business. I have my own stuff that I need to take care of. I want to connect with my family, you know, so it's like, it just all comes down to self-respect at the end of the day. And I think that's a pretty cool thing if you can consistently be early to stuff. It's just, you know, it kind of shows how you manage your time. That's pretty much all it comes down to, because every situation is different. You're showing up different every time. So it's a lot easier said than done. That is for freaking sure. But anyways, back to the meditation. That was pretty cool today. They were interesting meditations because I had a little bit of a refeed meal. I say a little bit, a lot of a refeed meal last night, and it was just freaking nuts. I mean, I'm talking like the works. Like, I didn't go I went to the grocery store to pick up stuff, but it was more so like an at-home burrito bar, I guess. So I went freaking ham. You know, I measured out like the protein that I needed, or a little bit of it, because I was supposed to be having chicken and red meat, but I just had all ground turkey. And ground turkey, I mean, it's so lean that it resembles more of like the leanness that you get with chicken as opposed to the leanness that you get with red meat. It's just a little closer to chicken in that respect. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna have the red meat, but I'll keep the protein lean so we can go freaking ham with everything else. So I just had the works. Like we got tortillas, salsa, sour cream, cheese, and then I put a little bit of sriracha on there. We already had that though. And then, yeah, we just had, like, I think I ended up having like 6 or 7 soft tacos. So that was freaking nuts. But then after that, I tried out like 2 of the Feastable bars. So I had like it was like the peanut butter one and the caramel one. And dude, holy crap, those are no joke. Mainly because they're just freaking delicious. It's like the chocolate and then like the peanut butter ratio and the caramel ratio. Like 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Yeah, that was just freaking cool. And I think the coolest part about those chocolate bars is I didn't know this until I watched like a Mr. Beast short, but apparently like a lot of those big chocolate companies, they tend to use child labor in a lot of their stuff. So that's not cool. And I don't want to support anything like that. So I think it was pretty cool that Mr. Beast made sure, they are like the chocolate that he produces or his company produces is humanely sourced. And so that's the coolest part to me. Like, yeah, I mean, flavor was there, freaking delicious, but the making of it, that's the coolest part to me. But anyways, awesome meal overall. And then one of my students also gave me like a Twix bar, and so my lady had half, I had the other half, and that was it. And then I just freaking passed out on the couch. Like, I was kind of in a food coma and didn't really notice. But yeah, that was freaking cool. We definitely made the most of our refeed meal. But that being said, I am freaking full today. So the meditations, they were, I'd say they were just, I was a little more distracted than usual because I woke up and I just did not feel good. Like I felt like it was just too much food to digest. Like I would not recommend that. And I noticed that not when I have a lot of food, but when I have a lot of dairy incorporated into my food. And it's not even like I'm lactose intolerant. It's just the fact that I think the dairy itself, like it's something about, I don't even know, like the milk protein in it can inflame my gut like crazy, and then I just feel like crap. Like I don't know the exact reason why my system can't handle it. And it's not like I can't handle like a little bit of dairy. Like I have whey protein all the time. It's like the amount of dairy. Like if I have a ton, like if I had a huge pizza, I would definitely feel it the next day. That's for freaking sure. But that being said, during the meditations today, I was just I did pretty well, especially in that first meditation, at not being so distracted, like just keep coming back to it. But it was painful. Like, and I figured like the more pain that I was going through, and it's not even like I was going after the pain, but the more pain that I was going through, the more my body was digesting it. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. So, that was just something I noticed. But I noticed the second meditation today was a lot smoother. Like I definitely made the most of just the meditation overall. I definitely didn't really get distracted like too much. And I even got to a point where it was like, all right, I haven't fully digested everything, but you know, that's I can definitely focus on this mantra a lot more. Like that's what I was kind of going with. But anyways, we are freaking full of pee right now. I need to go to the restroom. So I'm gonna stop off at this restaurant. We're gonna go pee, and then I'll probably see you back here, honestly, because I got more to say. But anyways, I will see y'all in a little bit. All right, my bladder is officially relieved. So yeah, I mean, a little bit to add on to what, so yesterday I was talking about the correlation between quantum physics and transcendental meditation. So when I was saying there's, like, in transcendental meditation, the thoughts that we have are like the matter in quantum physics. So for transcendental meditation, it's like the technique is designed to take you to deeper and deeper levels of thought until you get to this super unified field. And so that's kind of the cool thing that really drew me to transcendental meditation. It's like this way of just being in touch with the world in a way that's not that's just very in sync, like very cohesive, like this interconnectedness. And I think that is something that, you know, can spill over to a lot of different parts of your life. You know, like if you are, you know, interconnected with your world, then you're probably more relaxed, more present, concentrated, probably more creative, because you don't really have like this, what's it called? Like you don't really have like a reason to be distracted, because you're just happy in the present moment. And I think just being aware of like our existence and how we're interconnected with everything has a lot to do with that. Like that is just something that is inherently pretty freaking cool about life. Like we are just interconnected with everything. And I think when you can tap into that, and with a very consistent, like in a very consistent way, that's awesome. I mean, sign me up. That sounds freaking cool. But that's why I think it's very, very important to kind of like combine like a mindful practice with some sort of exercise. It doesn't matter what. But I think when you kind of like regularly connect with your body and your mind, it just makes life a whole lot more fun. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, that's kind of where I was landing with the transcendental meditation. It's the technique that takes you to deeper and deeper levels of thought until you get to pretty much freaking nothing. Like it's just this space. And I think when you can create that kind of space, you're going to be a lot more creative and a lot happier, and you're probably going to make a lot of other people happy. So that's why I love to do it, and that's why it's just friggin' fun, you know. Get to do it every day. But anyways, that's kind of my whole deal with transcendental meditation. Like I get, you know, to create like this whole work of art mentally, where it's like a work of art is just, you know, to me it's like connecting with your surroundings and yourself, like finding that unity. And then with bodybuilding, I like creating that physical work of art. And you know, it's just cool. Like I just really enjoy it, you know. So that being said, that's where I'm kind of landing with a lot of this transcendental meditation stuff. But anyways, right now, it's pretty freaking early, 4:58. So we are gonna go home, get, what do we have? We have a lot of content to film and to upload. Like, while I'm filming this, dude, I'm like almost like 10 days late, which is crazy since I upload like, almost every day. So definitely gonna upload a lot of videos tonight. And then I'm also gonna be creating a lot of really cool content, a lot of value about bodybuilding, about probably like the creative side of things, whether that be, just like my own meditation experience and how to create the best meditation experience, and then also just like exploring other people's form of creativity. I mean, some people freaking free solo, half dome. Like, I don't think I would ever do that, but like that, I want to like understand why people do that, and what their drive is behind doing something super freaking dangerous, to be honest. So, that's kind of on the docket today. But anyways, we're gonna be making that, and then we're gonna grub. Dude, I have so much food this week. It's insane. Like, I have like carbs with every meal, and then my protein got bumped down just a smidge. Like, it's like an ounce less for my last meal. So we're gonna get half cup of veggies, 8 ounces of potato, 6 ounces of chicken, or probably ground turkey, because I'm kind of on like a ground turkey kick recently. And then we're gonna be getting that's gonna be my 5th meal of the day, and then my 6th meal is gonna be red meat, 1.5 cups of rice, and what do we have after that? Oh, and then like a half of a tablespoon of ghee. So that's kind of where I'm landing with a lot of this. So anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow. We got freaking delts, so that is going to be I am looking forward to it. I really like my shoulder days. But anyways, y'all, have a good night. I'll see you, or good time. I'll see you then.